Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome. I wanted to come on with a quick little message. I'm in the woods right now. I've been fleeing the city today. Had to spend some time in nature, and I was actually looking for an ancient historical settlement, some Celtic settlements that are here in the woods. I'm not sure, I think I haven't found it yet, so I'm still looking for it, but I discovered this really magical spot right here, and I feel like I'm in a Brother Grimm's fairy tale. Like, I don't know if you know those German fairy tales, Hänsel and Gretel, or yeah, I think most of you know Cinderella. Which, yeah, Snow White. Interesting. Speaking about fairy tales, yeah, okay. So I already felt like there was something coming through about magic. And the thing is, today I'm living in Munich, and there is an international security conference taking place right now, and there are like the energy in the city is explosive. So many how do you say, protests, and there's actually a huge protest right in front of where I live, and they were expecting 10,000, 100,000 people, and it was quite emotional, and there's a lot of aggression in the air, so I felt like I have to leave and yeah, spend some time in nature. And then I was walking through the woods, and there were a lot of people people out with their dogs. It's raining, so, but still a lot of people, and I just felt like I couldn't escape the crowds until I came to that area where this Celtic settlement is somewhere here in the middle of the woods. So I left the path, I left the forest path, and I'm just walking through the woods now. And I can still hear planes, I can hear the train, I can hear the cars in the background, but it's like I've discovered this little island, magical island of, like a fairy tale wood. And I think I will just show you around a little bit. And then I will see if, I can feel like there's already coming a little bit of a message coming through, but we'll dive a little deeper. This was just some context, what I've been experiencing before I came here. So let's show you around. So what I want to show you, and I'm not sure if the camera is really picking up on the surroundings so greatly, but those two trees that are standing over there, it was like walking through a gate, actually, and I felt the energy changing immediately when I stepped into this space here. And I have to say that the forest I was walking in, it's mostly it's farmed. At least I think so. It looks like it, or used to be farmed. I'm not quite sure if they still do it. But so when I came here, and there were a lot of people walking around, I felt very crowded, to be honest. But when I came in here, looking for that Celtic settlement, the energy changed. And I was suddenly flooded with this, it was very intense energy, but it felt also nourishing and, just beautiful. And then I walked in here, and like I said, it just felt like stepping into a fairy tale. And I'm really not so sure if the camera is picking it up, but I hope you get an idea. It's a very rainy day, so everything is wet. There's a shelter for hunters, which is reminding me again of a fairy tale. I think it's Red Hood, called in English. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll find a little spot where we can make an omen reading, but actually I just wanted to show you around. So there's something in here about, obviously, sometimes we just have to escape like our very busy life, and finding some peace and quiet in nature. I mean, that's not I mean, you all know that, and you probably all practice that and do that, but there's something more in there. It's not just about nature and connecting with nature. It's also about connecting with magic, and there has been so much magic in the air over the last few weeks. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, there's so much magic. Just I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if you've been picking up on that. I would love to hear from you if you can relate. But it's like we are asked to bring back magic in our lives. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit aimlessly wandering around here. My camera skills are not the best. I'm drawn to this pond right now, and look how the raindrops are making like all those circles, and it's moving. It's like they're hitting the surface, and then those patterns are actually emerging. I don't know how well the camera is picking up on it, but yeah, you can see the patterns in there. I get something about music. It's like a melody. Yeah, there's also something about, like I said, the city is so crowded. There's so much energy swirling around, and I think this is for, yeah, it feels like this is for very energy sensitive people, this message. And for you to be aware of that, be aware of how energy is actually affecting you, how other people, how the place where you live, what's happening around you is affecting you. Events, like I said, there is a huge protest happening just right outside where I live, and I felt like, okay, I have to leave because the energy is just too intense, and I felt those huge waves of anxiety and emotions, and it was just too much. So there's, for one, this thing about really, I don't know, genre about it. Just observe, see how energy is affecting you. This is especially important for people who maybe identify as empaths. Having really good boundaries in order to not get completely depleted by what's happening around you. And there's also something about emotions, how emotions can affect you, of others, and to be really aware of that. I want to come back to the magic again for a second because, like I said, I've been picking up on a lot of magic in general in the air and in the collective, and a desire for magic, you could say. And today is actually Valentine's Day. It's something, it's not so much celebrated in my culture, although of course chocolate, um, shops that sell chocolates and things like that, of course they picked up on that, in flower shops, and of course it's good business for them, but it's not that big of a deal here in our culture. I'm not sure how many people I know who actually do something on Valentine's Day with their partners, but I know that there are other cultures where it's celebrated a lot more. And there's actually a connection between romantic and magic. And there is this desire for romantic and for romance in many people. And I just did another reading the other day about a quote unquote hopeless romantic, and there was also already something in there about like the connection between magic and romance. And I think there's like some kind of a device coming through, or a finger point, just to make you aware of the connection between magic and romance, and maybe your desire for romance. And if it actually also could be a desire for magic. And like I said, fairy tales, they are full of romance and magic. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting that in your life. The thing is just that sometimes when we wish for, we wish for that so much, and then we put our attention or focus on what we connect with romance, and that is, for example, having a relationship. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a relationship or having a relationship. It's a beautiful thing. But there's especially empaths. We've been talking about empaths. They sometimes have a hard time to really, I want to say, find their footing in a relationship. This is a funny way to talk about that, to phrase it. But it's actually the right way to say it. Like, it's hard to find your footing, like to stay in your center, to be anchored in your center, and it's easy to get lost in other people, especially in romantic relationships that are very intimate. So this is pointing back to that reading I did, and I will link it in here so that you might want to check it out. So yeah, there's this piece of advice coming through, or this, like I said, finger point of maybe observe in your life where is this desire for magic and romance, and where you might find more magic in your life if you just start looking for it, if you just allow it to come in. And honestly, like I said, I was looking for this Celtic settlement. I'm not sure if I'm going to find it, but I feel like actually I was supposed to find this spot here. And that's the thing about when you just let life, when you let the universe guide you through your life, you find those little gems, those, magic has its way to find you if you're open for it. But you have to let go. You have to let go of control, of controlling the path, of controlling the outcome of, you have to be willing to be a little adventurous, to explore. And then magic can find you on your way. So yeah, I think that's it. This time it's a short and sweet little message, and I wish you so much love, and I hope you have a magical day, and take care, and see you in the next video. Bye.